Hello everyone, my name's Ben. I'm a businessman, I'm an entrepreneur, I love Lego, I'm a enthusiast, I'm an AFOL, I'm an addict, all of the above, and welcome to the first ever episode of Purple Studs, the show about Lego investing and what steps you need to add to your portfolio to start making some real money. So this episode I'm going to be focusing on what I think is going to retire and produce money in the short term, looking more so things that you could flip straight away or fairly quickly once they do retire, but also looking for things that can be flipped within 6 months up sort of the Christmas period time, because obviously that's when prices really start to go up. So I'm going to talk about 5 sets today which I think are going to really provide you with some really good, quite short-term profits. Okay, so the first set that we just need to talk about is 75277, the Boba Fett helmet. Now, I'm sure to anyone that knows Lego, this probably doesn't come as much as a surprise. It's one of the 3 helmets that originally came out back in 2020. So obviously alongside this was the Stormtrooper and the TIE Fighter Pilot helmet. And obviously the other 2 have already retired. And so obviously this is part of the reason why I think that the Boba Fett helmet's going to retire soon. If you look about, there's not too much stock knocking about all over the place of it. There's not a single Lego store in the UK that has it available. It is readily available online, but there is no Lego store in the UK that has any stock according to the online stock checker for Lego. So that's really worth keeping in mind. So along with this, I kind of think that this is going to be retiring in the summer. Also, no one has it on sale at the minute, and you know there's been loads of Lego sales recently and I haven't seen this set go on sale. So again, I think people are waiting for it to retire, and if there are going to be sales on it, it will be clearances rather than just a regular sort of sale. Okay, so we're going to talk about Stormtrooper and TIE Fighter Pilot, what they've done since they've retired. So they retired at the end of last year. And I'll pop some screenshots and videos up on screen. As you can see, the TIE Fighter Pilot has nearly tripled in value. The Stormtrooper, we'll show that in a second, but this one has doubled in value-ish since retiring. So these are the biggest drivers for why I think that the Boba Fett helmet is going to be such a great set to invest in, is because the 2 other sets that came out alongside have retired and shot up, especially that TIE Fighter Pilot helmet. And obviously the Boba Fett's had a slightly longer shelf life, which, you know, may mean there might be other people that are investing, but Boba Fett's also such a more like, you know, well-known character. The Book of Boba Fett is very relevant at the minute, Boba Fett. So I think especially if this retires over the summer, looking towards like September to December period for Christmas, can be loads of people that want, oh, I want the Boba Fett helmet because I've seen Boba Fett series on Disney Plus. So I think it's really important. Now let's talk about where you should buy this set from. So the best place to buy this at the minute is going to be from lego.com. Now the reason why I say this is because there's currently the Forest Hideout gift with purchase. So you have to spend £150 to get that. But that goes on eBay for about £45, that is including postage. So you're probably looking at anywhere between £30 and £40 profit, depending on if you get any seller fee promotions, anything like that. So obviously you only need to buy 3 Boba Fett helmets to get that. So that's £40 back, let's say, from your investment already, just from a free set. If you use top cash back, which if you're smart, you definitely will, that's 7% back again. So that's, what's that? I don't know, 10 quid-ish cash back if you spend £150. And then also you get the VIP points, which will be about £7.50 as well. So all in all, before you even sold 1 Boba Fett helmet, you've made anywhere between £50 to £70 back. So that's nearly half of what you're spending, because, you know, it's going to be just over £150 to get them. You know, a third to half of what you spent, you're going to get back without even having to move a finger on the Boba Fett's. Now, I think the best place to sell these is going to be Amazon. So if you want to do this, you should try and pick up more, because I'm a very experienced Amazon seller, so I know what I'm talking about. And you can have account issues or receipt invoice issues, anything like that, if you start sending low quantities. So if you're only getting a few, do eBay, you'll probably get less money. but it's safer. As I said, I'm a very experienced Amazon seller. That is what my business is. So if you want any tips, anything like that, on how you can actually sell your Lego investments on Amazon, drop me a follow on TikTok. So my Amazon TikTok is at Ben's Business Journey, or leave a comment below and I'll make a video on how you can get started selling on Amazon. It's really quite simple. It seemed very complicated. I thought it was very complicated at first, but it's actually really quite easy. I'd be more than happy to help anyone that has some questions about that. Okay, so moving on is the, so it's going to be a Marvel set. So it's the Ironmonger Mayhem. This is set 76190. So the main reason why I think this set is really going to go up in value, it's not so much the build itself, it's the minifigures. So it has 3 minifigures, Pepper Potts just is what it is. But then you get 2 exclusives. So you get an Obadiah Stane, which is the only Obadiah Stane minifigure. And you got to remember, this guy is a really prominent character in the first Iron Man film. And he, you know, he's the main bad guy. So people are going to want this, you know, collectors are going to want this minifigure. And also comes with Iron Man Mark III armor minifigure. Again, it's exclusive to this set. So, you know, you see all these videos about people making their Iron Man Hall of Armors, and they have every Lego Iron Man out there. And, you know, it's something I'd like to do in the future. So any like real Marvel collector is really, really going to want that minifigure as well as the Obadiah Stane, you know. So for such a low price set at £35, it's a really, really good investment. But even better, it's on sale at the minute in quite a lot of places. So it's $24.99 currently at John Lewis, Amazon and Smith's Toy Superstore. I have put an Amazon affiliate link down in the description if you want to support the show and use the affiliate link, and I'll get a small kickback for your purchase. But obviously it doesn't cost you anything to do that. Okay, so the next one is, it's not something that I think is going to go up in value loads, but it's not retired yet, although it's definitely on its way at 100%. But it's already selling on Amazon for £10 more than the retail value. So this set is going to be 75299, Trouble on Tatooine. So obviously this set came out, you know, to do with the Mandalorian show. I definitely think it's going to be one of the next sets to retire. I would assume it'll be retired by August 1st, so time's running out to get this, and a lot of places have run out of stock. Like, for example, Smith's Toys haven't had any in ages. You see the odd one or two knocking about in Tesco. Luckily, Lego still have them in stock, but that's full price. What I'd recommend for this set right now is buying it from eBay, because you can easily pick them up for between £18 and £20. And now you might think, oh, why would I buy that from eBay when I want to resell it on eBay? And there's not loads available on there, so you want to snap up all the ones you can get. But also, as I said earlier, it's already selling for £10 more than the retail price on Amazon. And again, I'll insert some screenshots in a second where you can, you know, it's in the top 40,000 in toys and games, which you might think, oh, it's not going to sell a lot. But trust me, I've got items that are, you know, 50,000 and above in toys and games or home and kitchen or whatever, and they still sell multiple times a day. So this set still sells £10 over the retail value. If you get it from eBay for that £18 to £20 mark, probably make a very, very small margin at that current price, and it hasn't retired yet. So as soon as it's not available anymore on like Lego's website and any other places where there's dribs and drabs of stock, you'll be in the driving seat ready to push those prices up and make a really quick return on investment. So, you know, we're not going to be talking about doubling your money or anything like that. It's quite unlikely. Well, maybe at Christmas, but in the short term, I reckon, you know, within 1 or 2 months, you could easily make £5 to £10 profit on each set really, really easily. So I definitely recommend going for the Trouble on Tatooine set. Right, so moving on, we're going to talk about and it's another Star Wars set, so the Scout Troop helmet, so 75305. So again, look, you know, it's very similar to the Boba Fett helmet set. You know, it's came out on the release after the Boba Fett helmet, I believe. It was the second lot. But one of the big driving factors for me for this set is it's actually £10 cheaper than the other 3 that came out before it. And even more interestingly, it's £20 cheaper than something like the Darth Vader helmet. And if you look about the other helmets that have come out since, you get like the Batman cowls, which are more expensive, and they look awful. You know, the helmet collections that have retired are really good. you know, obviously there's the Stormtrooper and TIE Fighter pilot that I spoke about earlier, but we talk about this little bad boy here, the Iron Man helmet. This also retired at the end of last year, and this is now worth a good £100 on Amazon. So again, you know, they're very collectible sets. Whilst there's no minifigures in them to help push those prices up, they're collectible 18 plus sets that people really want. So this Scout Troop helmet, it's another no-brainer. It's like, you know, the Boba Fett helmet, it's gonna go up in value. Now, I'm not entirely sold that this is gonna retire in the summer. This will probably retire by the end of the year. But it's also one of those sets where it'd be really popular. Amazon and a lot of places run out of stock, so people flock to the secondary market to fulfill their Christmas wish lists and buy presents for people, where you can sell it at premium, or you probably be able to sell it at premium in January, where people have their Christmas money and prices stay inflated throughout January before dropping back down again in February, which is what I learned this year with selling on Amazon, especially things like Lego and Pokemon cards that are selling a little bit as well. So if I was going to be buying this set right now, the best place I found to get it from is I Want One of Those and Zavvi, who have it for £40 and £41 each. Again, you can look for top cashback to make sure you're using on them. But to pick them up for £40 each, considering, you know, it's cheaper already than the other helmet sets that have gone way up in value. I get like the fact that the other helmet sets have gone way up in value, and it's not a massive set and it's not loads of money up front. Even if you do have to sit on it for an extra 6 months, definitely worth picking up for an investment. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the final set of the video. So this is something a little bit different, and for this one I've chosen the Muppets minifigures. Now, you might think that, oh, you know, they're only £3.50 each, what's the best I can do with that? But actually these are really good because they're such a entry-level investment for people. If you want to start investing in things such as Lego or whatever else, and you only have, I don't know, say you've got £20 that you want to invest, you sit on your phone, you go onto eBay and you search up Muppet minifigures and you look to see what characters are fetching the highest price. Also make sure you check out Bricklink or Brickow as well if you want to. Find out which minifigures are fetching the highest price. You then go to your local retailers who have good stock of these Muppet minifigures, and you sit there and you feel out these expensive characters. You buy the expensive characters, you sell them on eBay for 3 times the money, and you go back and you buy more. If it were me, I wouldn't do that because I've got the money to invest properly into it. What I would recommend if you have more money is try and find a wholesale supplier who will sell you multiple boxes worth, and then you can either hold on to the boxes and, you know, once Amazon stops selling them, you can sell them on Amazon individually for £5, £6, £7, £8 each, or you could sell them in full sets, which is always a great place to do it, you know, because even at this point when they're not retired, because, you know, big companies can't sell full sets to you, you know, the secondary market really determines the value for this sort of thing. So if you get a full set of Muppet minifigures, if you get them for a good price, you can already sell them right now at a profit on something like eBay or even Amazon. So that's definitely worth looking into. So this concludes the first episode of Purple Studs. If anyone has watched this far, I just want to say thank you so much for watching and listen to me drone on about how you can make money on Lego for 15 minutes or whatever this has been. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give me a like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts and opinions on these sets and what sets you think is really going to make money. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.